Good morning and good day to everyone on this cold winter day in Sykesville. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning here, and I just wanted to take a walk. I usually get out, just to let you guys know, I usually get out to Freedom Park, usually Piney Run Park, but it's closed. But I try and get out to one park or another at least 3 or 4 times a week to get my walks in. And I usually try and take you guys out with me at least once a week for one of my trail walks. So the other couple trail walks I do throughout the week to get out and exercise. It's good for my cholesterol, my blood pressure, everything that I'm dealing with health-wise. So I figured I would just take you guys out at least once a week when I make these walks, okay? So I just want to say good morning. I'm going to try and turn this into a live chat premiere, so we can maybe discuss it live. Again, as usual, I know I sound like a broken record, but if you guys see anything unusual in my mirrored sunglasses, again, that was a great suggestion from subscribers to, instead of wearing dull sunglasses, to wear these type. So I really appreciate the suggestion. It hadn't occurred to me until you said something. But again, I usually get out here, I'd say, at Freedom Park or Piney Run Park. I usually get outside to walk at least 3 or 4 times a week. But I figured I would just bring you guys out with me at least once a week to take a walk and just enjoy the trail walks with me. Again, I'm not out to interact with anything, but I'm out to expose. So if you see anything anomalous in the footage around me, because I will be doing back cams as well as front cams, my sunglasses, everything. If you see anything unusual, let me know. Okay, so let's start our trail walk, all right? Let me flip this around. Actually, it's 31 degrees out here right now, but the sun is supposed to be out. It's rising now. I mean, if you can see it through the clouds, so hopefully the sun will give me a little bit more warmth. Last time I brought you guys here in the snow, it was only 27 degrees, so at least we're a whole 31 degrees this morning. What do you know? And a slight breeze. So I figured, now where I'm at right now is a different part of the park. This is the other side of Freedom Park, where I usually take you guys, is off that way. So I usually park my car way on the other side of Freedom Park. This is the total opposite side of Freedom Park. So I didn't want to take you guys on the same trails. I wanted to bring you to the other side of Freedom Park and just show you around. And we are all looking together, not only to enjoy nature, but see if we see anything unusual. Like I said, I'm not out to interact or leave gifts or speak to these Nephilim. I'm out to expose them for what they are. And I believe they're becoming more and more prevalent as we near the end of the age. I truly do. So like I said, usually I park on that side of the park, which is where I've taken you on trails that way. Okay, but I decided to come on this side of the park and just show you some different areas, okay? And actually, this area here reminds me a little bit more of Piney Run Park because it's a little bit more open, if you can tell. I have a little bit more free space to roam, whereas the other side of Freedom Park is pretty much just, it's really thick through there, as I showed you guys. Really thick, hard to get through unless you had like a machete or something to break through. So I'm just trying to come on this side of the park today, show you the scenery, take you with me on my exercise. But I have a lot more open space through here to walk, as you can see. I'm going to come around this way, and there is a trail that goes that way. I'll get to it in just a minute, but I'm going to come down this way first. I'm glad the sun is out this morning. It might help the temperatures out here a little bit, but I'm quadruple layered, got my snow boots on, and as long as I'm walking, I'm not feeling cold. I'm actually not feeling too bad. Oh, here we have more of those holly berries. Those red holly berries. I always thought they're so pretty. So I figured I would just show you guys a little bit of some trails on this side of the park. Again, as you can see, it's not quite as congested and filled with quite as much thick foliage as the other side of Freedom Park. Now, Piney Run Park, if I were to guesstimate for you about the mileage, is probably only about 5 miles from here. So this park is literally only maybe 3 to 5 miles from Piney Run Park. But thankfully, this is open year-round. All right, I'm gonna come down this way real quick. Here's some more of those berries. Pretty. It's really interesting to find that there's still some greenery. Some greenery and some of these red berries that are still left on some of these bushes, you know, especially this time of year. I mean, we're into December here and I don't usually see much greenery at all. But I just wanted to walk through this way. Now, it's been about a year, actually, since I've come to this side of the park. I usually go to the other side of the park, but like I said, it's been about a year since I've been on this particular side of the park. So I figured I would just take you guys in a different area of Freedom Park and not just keep showing you the same trails. I'm just gonna do a 360, pan around. It's actually a pretty morning out here, even though it's like 31 degrees out here. At least the wind isn't very strong. There's a very, very slight breeze. I almost wore my earmuffs this morning, but I didn't think I needed them. There's not really a big wind out here today, and the sun's coming up, so I figured it might be warm enough for me not to have to worry about it. And, you know, I'm not saying everything I come across is an anomaly, guys, okay? But what I do is I'll pan around or zero in on something that I think might look anomalous. And some of you may have a better eye than I do of what is anomalous and what isn't. So if you do, please let me know. Hey, look how this tree is going all the way up here. That's interesting. I think that's natural tree fall right there. Here, let me get a little closer. I don't think there's anything anomalous about that, but here's another hunting sign. Maryland Park Service, managed hunting area. And we do get a lot of deer through here, and my property through here at Freedom Park and Piney Run Park. I mean, you guys have seen the wildlife at Piney Run Park. I've shown you that. But this particular tree right here, I think is natural tree fall. Like starting right here, going all the way up through here, I believe is natural. Okay, that's probably most likely tree rot, snowfall. Like I said, here in Maryland, we usually do get, you know, 6-inch snowfalls, 3 to 6 inch snowfalls, sometimes 2 to 3 feet, like every couple years. This could be just tree rot and snowfall that knock this over. I don't think it's anything unusual, but I'm showing you anyway, in case some of you have a better eye than I do, or are more experienced with these things, and might be able to tell me what you think. Now, if I were to try and go through these bushes through here, actually, I'm going to go around the other way, because if I try and get over this stump here, it's a little bit much for my foot. So I'm going to go around this way. There's some holly trees up there I want to look at. But I love the outdoors. I love climbing out here. I love walking the trails. I love the smell of the trees and the pines. Like sometimes I'll catch a pine scent out here. But if I can get down this way, if I can find a more open area, I might be able to get down to some holly bushes I see over there. But if you notice, they do have trail markers through here. I don't know if you can see them. They're marked in blue. They'll wrap the trees with like a different color sometimes on different trails to mark where it's safe to walk. Let me see if I can get down here to these holly trees. It's the only thing that's left that's green. Not unless you count weeds. We still got weeds coming out of the ground in December that are thriving. Of course they are. I always find it interesting that you don't have to do much to have weeds thrive and grow. They just They just constantly thrive and grow. You don't have to take care of them or tend them. They just come up and keep coming up. And even survive winter cold like this. So I guess these are, let me zero in for you. Some holly trees over here. I'll pan around slowly. So far it's the only greenery I've seen out here. I don't know if they've got berries on them. I'm not close enough. I'm just trying to do like a zoom in for you guys so you can see what's going on. See if you notice anything anomalous. Okay, let me zoom back out. All right, I'm gonna try and come up this way now. Pan around real quick. There is a chance of getting some snow showers today or snow flurries today off the Great Lakes. As a matter of fact, I'm far enough north in Maryland where I can actually get, we actually get like a lot of Great Lake, winds blowing off the Great Lakes that bring us snow showers and snow flurries sometimes. So they're calling for that today. It'd be kind of nice if that would happen again while I'm out here, wouldn't it? If we got a little bit of a snow shower. I don't know where they are on the radar right now, but there is a chance of that today coming off the Great Lakes in my area. So we'll see. Okay, so here we're getting down to where I wanted to get to before. This does look like a holly tree. However, I don't see any berries on it right now. Huh, okay. And of course, as you can see, the woods extend way that way. I'll see how far back I can go. There's a clearing right here. Now, isn't it interesting that these berries are coming out here? Okay. But yet, this holly tree looks pretty bare. I don't see any red berries on it. All right, well, let's come up this way. I'm gonna see if I can get through this brush. Cut through these hollyberry trees. The sun's nice. I'm glad it's out today. Last time I brought you guys, it was 27 degrees and snowing, so with no sun, so I'm glad the sun's at least out. And I just want you guys to know, before I came out here today, I prayed to the Father that He would protect me, that the Lord would command His angels charge over me, just like last time, in all my ways. But I like being outdoors. I like taking walks, and I'm not going to let what I've seen in my videos and my sunglasses stop me. Just not the kind of person I am. And I have not felt the Lord telling me to stop enjoying being outdoors and enjoying what He's given me to enjoy. If He had told me that, of course I wouldn't come back out, but I have not felt that from Him. I felt Him telling me, Angie, I gave this to you, and I've been walking these parks for 20 years. I'm not going to stop now. I only started exposing these modern Nephilim because the Holy Spirit started to reveal them to me about 2 years ago. So that's how new I am to this Nephilim Sasquatch topic. Modern hybrids, like in the days of Noah. I mean, the Lord really began to open up my eyes to this about 2 years ago. So I'm definitely not a researcher. I'm an exposer, and I want to make that known. I am not a researcher. I'm an exposer. I'm not out to interact. Ah, here's some moss that's still living. Huh. Hard to believe we still got moss alive, especially after we've been down to the 20s at night with snow already. All right, I'm gonna try and, there's a little bit of a better clearing up this way. All right, now I'm gonna face behind me now. So you guys can get a good look behind me. Like I said before in my other videos, Scott Carpenter got some of his best video footage with his camera pointed behind him. I'm gonna start heading off that way, okay? So let me flip this behind me so you can see video footage behind me, okay? I'll turn around slowly. All right. Thanks for coming with me today, guys. like I said, I try and get outside at least, 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, even if I have to bundle up, I mean, I've got 4 layers of clothing on. I've got a scarf on. I have earmuffs in my pocket if I need it. Thankfully, I don't right now. And as long as I'm walking and I'm as layered up like this, I've got fleece on, a heavy winter coat with fleece in it. I'm good. As long as I keep moving. But let me know if you see anything in my mirrored sunglasses or anything around me in the woods. I mean, like I said, the video I did the other day, okay, of the images in my sunglasses that Fox Carpenters found, the images that brothers have sent me that they've seen in my video walks. I have 2 brothers, brother Isaac, and I believe another brother named Michael. Sent me pictures of that. Remember that really big black tall Sasquatch I showed you guys on one of my last videos when I showed you I made a video of all the anomalous photos? He found that, not me. And Fox Carpentress has found over half of the images in my sunglasses that I would not have seen. So I'm just pointing this behind me right now. There's a pretty good clearing here, and as you can see on this side of the park, there's a lot more open area for me to walk than the other side that I was taking you. So I just wanted to bring you to the other side of the park today, where I might have a little bit of easier time with my foot, walking these grounds where I had a little bit less foliage to deal with and brush. But, I have to admit, when I made that video for you guys of those anomalous images that I found, I really do believe in my heart, because I prayed about it, and I believe with Fox Carpenters that very tall being, all dressed in white, that was standing there, I believe was an angel of God protecting me. And it looked like he was looking behind me, okay, just literally watching over me. It did. Now, I didn't see him standing there. I mean, that's the amazing thing. My technology picked it up and my sunglasses picked it up. And I've had some people email me and say, why is it these things are being picked up in your sunglasses? And the only thing I can think of, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a physicist, the only thing I can think of is because there's a light refraction, okay? Like sometimes the light is refracted in such a way, I think between the camera lens and my sunglasses, that the light is bent in such a way due to the shape of the lenses on my glasses between the camera, and it's able to pick things up, whether it's slightly cloaked, whether it's clear. I think the refraction of light, sometimes with the shape of the lenses, the way they're curved, I think it has to do with light refraction. Okay, so that's my answer to that. Of course, I'm not a scientist. I don't know for sure why these things can be seen in my sunglasses. As a matter of fact, I had a brother, and let me keep walking. I had a brother, I think it was either Dan Darte or our brother Darren. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I have to relook at the comments from the last video I made, but I believe it was either Dan Darte or brother Darren who mentioned to me some infrared goggles that the military used to wear during the Vietnam War. And the soldiers there got so disturbed by what they saw, apparently, when they would wear these glasses. They'd wear these infrared goggles when they'd fly in helicopters or on fighter jets or, being in battle. They got so disturbed, I heard. And he asked me to mention this during my next live chat. So this is going to be a live chat. So it's true. These gentlemen, these soldiers, were so disturbed by what they were seeing through their night vision glasses and their FLIR glasses, okay, that they took them away from the soldiers and gave them different glasses. They said they were seeing demons and interdimensional beings, and that as they were fighting on the battlefield or flying helicopters or whatever, they were literally so disturbed by what they saw that they didn't want to go back out on the front lines anymore, or they begged their commanding officers to take those goggles away. So whether it was FLIR goggles, I think brother Dan or brother Darren both mentioned something about the Vietnam War and these goggles these soldiers wore, that they could see things through them that were uncloaking the invisible world. And what they were seeing was disturbing them so much that they decided to stop wearing them, and now they no longer issue them. Now, the military does still wear night vision goggles. However, they don't wear the red ones with the red filters in them anymore because of what they saw. Okay, so which I can perfectly understand. Perfectly understand. Here, let me come down this way. I'm going to come down the hill a little bit, and I'm going to point behind me, okay, into the side. And this goes way down here, actually. That's okay, I don't mind. Gives me good exercise. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to switch the camera to the front for a second. So as you can see, like, I'm on like a, this is like a you know, going downhill here, all the way down here. So I'm going to try and take you down here. And the footing should be okay. I'm taking my time, moving slowly. I've walked these paths before, so I know where I'm at. But look how far this goes down. I mean, it goes all the way up a hill up here. I might try and take you guys that way and just show you. But here we got more berries growing here. Oh, there's a little bit of greenery here. We got more moss still alive on the trees, which I'm kind of surprised about this time of year. All right, so I'm gonna have to step in between both of these logs. Take my time. Okay. Let me look around. Go slowly for you guys. Yeah, there's another tree that's in between. Let me see here. It's like it fell in between that tree crook there and goes all the way over this way. Again, to me though, that looks like natural tree fall. It looks like the tree probably rotted at the root ball and fell over onto this tree. So to me, that does not look like a Sasquatch. You know, this whole thing here, right here, looks like natural tree fall to me. I don't think that's Sasquatch. If it is, let me know what you think. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. But like I said, some things I know are anomalous that I've seen that stand out like a sore thumb. And then there are other things I just recognize as natural tree fall, or maybe snowfall did it, or something like that, or tree rot. But if you happen to notice any X's, as a matter of fact, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, I just noticed, is that an X right here? Here, let me get a closer look at that. I have to go back up the hill here, so I gotta be careful. I've got a lot of stuff in my way here. And then once I'm done looking at that, I'll take you off that way. But let me see if I can find, is this an X or is it just the way the tree fell? I'm not really sure. I'm curious, guys, so. And maybe it's not good for me to be this curious, but I am. Here, let me see. I need to get over this log here. All right, I can't get any closer without getting over a lot of stuff here in my way, and I'm not going to try and climb over that right now. It's too high up for my foot. So what I'm going to do is just stand here and look at this real quick and zero in and see what you think. I mean, did that happen naturally, do you guys think? I mean, you can leave me a comment and let me know, or do you think that is an X? I bet your brother Isaac would know. Or brother Dan, or brother Darren maybe, or even Fox Carpenter's. One of you guys might know. I don't know if that's an X purposely put there or not. But the way the trees are leaning, it looks like this one here looks like it's broken off at the top. And this almost looks like it's leaning back behind it. I'm going to see if I can get a closer look at this. Hold on one second. Let me climb back up this way and see if I can get through some of this brush. And see if I can get a better look for you guys of that. And see whether or not that looks natural or whether it looks like it was just natural tree fall, or whether it might have been an X. I'm going to try and go a different way. I got to get back over these logs here. Yes, I have curiosity. I'm an explorer. I like the outdoors. And I'm going to try and check this out. So I'm going to come back up to a better clearing. Let me face behind me while I do, see if you guys notice any. Okay? Put this up a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm gonna see if I can get a better look at this X and see what's going on with this. Let me come up this way. Whoop. Now, I'll turn around real quick. I'm glad the sun's out today. It does make a difference. Even with 31-degree temperatures, it makes a difference to have the sun. It really does. But you know what? I like Maryland weather. Honestly, I think I'd miss the snow and the fall colors and the spring and things like that. I like having the 4 seasons and all the different types of weather. All right, let me come up this way. Again, let me know if you guys see anything, okay, in here or around me, okay? Now, so far, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but so far I have not found anything unusual, and I've researched my own footage here at Freedom Park. So far I have not found anything unusual in my sunglasses or in my videos. Now, I have searched and even run a few things through filters, and I haven't seen anything unusual, but if you guys do, let me know. You know, I just know Piney Run Park, oh my goodness, it seems to be full of anomalies when I go to Piney Run Park. And I love Piney Run Park. I love going there, but I have to admit, almost every time, and you guys know this, almost every time I've been out there, I've found something strange, you know, whether in here or, you know, in some of my videos, it's gotten weird. So, you know, all I'm saying is, so far though, coming here at Freedom Park, I have not seen anything very unusual. Okay, so now let me flip you around to the front because you might get a better view of this X from here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut through here. It's just a little bit clearer than the other way I was trying to go. I was trying to go through all that mess down there. It's just too much. This is clearer for me to get a better look at this X. All right, so I'm on the other side now. I don't know, what do you think? So this is from the other side. I just couldn't get to it from down there. There's just so much brush and foliage and you know, logs that are too high for me to step over right now. But let me zero in and let me see what you think. Do you think this is purposely done, or do you think this is just natural tree rot and tree fall? What do you guys think? Because I'm not an expert. I don't know. I just know I try and take pictures of anomalies. That's all. Zero back out. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's weird how I mention X's and all of a sudden I come back here and I find one, but I don't know if it's done by Sasquatch or Nephilim or if it's just tree rot or snowfall. I have no idea. I just thought I'd show you guys a better angle while I'm here. Okay. You can let me know what you think in the comment section. To me, here, let me cut through here real quick. There's a lot through here, so I'm going to be careful coming through. I'm okay. I'm double layered with my jeans and pants underneath, so I'm not getting pricked by anything, so that's good. All right, let me see. I'm going to get right under this thing and try and figure out what's going on. Let me look at the base real quick. This definitely, like up top here, looks like it's, I don't know if it's leaning in that direction. Not really sure. Here, let me see where this other tree goes to. So this is the tree that's cross intersecting with the other tree. I want to see if it's in the ground or out of the ground. I can't really tell, but to me it looks like it's out of the ground. It definitely isn't anchored into the ground. So as I look up this way, here's the X again. You can see like here, here. I can zero in again. Comes all the way down like this to this tree down here that's anchored up top. And to me, it looks like it's not in the ground itself. Look back up again. So, I don't know. Like I said, I think this is natural tree fall and tree rot, but this X-type formation, I'm not really sure. It looks pretty wedged in there pretty well. But then again, it could simply be natural, okay? I'm just not sure. I just wanted to show you guys that X and come down here and show you that. Now, there's too much through here for me to get through. So I'm going to try and go up and around the other way where I have more clearing. All right, I'm going to face again. All right. I'll do a 360 real quick. Like I said, I'm so glad the sun's out today. It's really helping a lot. Okay. So let me point specifically behind me. I'll just keep the back cam on behind me up high while I'm making my way through the foliage, and you guys can watch and take a look. While I get to some more ground that's better cleared for me to walk through, okay? And I'm gonna try and take you down that hill and that ravine, and let's take a look from there. I'm just trying to get through some of this thicker brush here. There we go. Oh yeah, this is much clearer through here. Okay, I'm going to continue to climb higher. There's a little bit of a clearing to my left, but I even have more clearing up if I go higher. So, all right, I'm going to do a pan around for you guys. This is from behind. I don't see any more X's here, and I don't even see anything that looks like that. So, like I said, it could be very natural, guys. I'm not saying everything I run into is Nephilim or Sasquatch. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I thought it was interesting. So I thought I'd film it for you guys and show it to you. All right, I'm in a better clearing now, as you can see behind me. And what I'm going to try and do is take you, let me face you front ways, okay? I'm going to try and take you down through the clearings off this way and see if I can get down the ravine and get a closer look at that ravine area. Step over this stuff here. So as you can see, coming through this side of the park, I definitely have a little bit more cleared areas to walk through than the other side. I pretty much have to stay on the paved trails when I'm walking on the other side. Step over this log. So I had to get out of all this thick foliage over here. I wasn't going to make my way down to the ravine through that. There's just too much over there. I just wanted to get out here early, get some exercise in. I have other things I have to get to today. My oldest son and my daughter-in-law and my 2 grandchildren are driving up today from Florida. They left this morning, and they're going to be staying in, I think it's North Carolina overnight tonight, and then be here by tomorrow. So I wanted to do a trail walk with you guys today because I may be spending time this weekend with my son and my 2 grandchildren. So I just wanted to get a trail walk in today before the weekend. And I've got things to do to prepare for them, you know, and got some baking to do because we plan on having a family meal together, and I plan on bringing the desserts. And actually, I love to bake. So I make fudge, as you guys know. If you follow this channel for any amount of time, I make fudge. I love to bake. I don't think I'm a bad cook. I actually like to cook, but I prefer baking and making fudge. So I plan on making a cake and maybe some fudge. Now, let me see if I can get through this or not. This is kind of thick, so let me see. Just Just got to hold on to some trees while I'm walking along. So I figured I'd just take this walk and, you know, maybe make it a live chat premiere today with you guys. I'll do another pan around. But as you can see, this park is a little different than Pawnee Run. It doesn't have like clearly staked out trails. So unless you've been here and lived here for years and know where you're going, it's easy to get lost back here. But thankfully, I know my way around. I've lived here for 20 years and made my way around these places. So, all right, let me see if I can get over this here. Okay. I'm just trying to get you guys down closer to the ravine. There's another holly tree over there. Still as green as can be. Pan around. But, you know, I thank the Lord that so far, coming to this particular park, I say so far, knock on wood, right? I have not found anything anomalous in my footage or my sunglasses. And I haven't received any emails from anyone saying they've seen anything unusual, which I thank God for. I have to cut through here. All right, here's a little bit of more of a clearing. I'm trying to get you closer to this ravine here and show you how deep this goes up the other side of the hill. Let's see if I can make my way down through this way real quick. More berries. It's always pretty to see against the backdrop when there's no greenery, just to see the red. Duck through here. All right. So as you can see, this drops. It's hard to tell, you know, it's hard to tell from here, but this goes down about 3 or 4 feet this way, and then probably another 5 or 6 feet this way, and then up a ravine into an open field area before you hit more woods. And that's the other side of the park over there. So that's kind of a long way down actually. So I'm not gonna traverse that and then try and get back up again, but I figured I would just show you guys. All right, let me look behind me. All right, as I'm climbing back up to get to the top of the hill and take you on a different trail, I'll leave this. I'll leave the back cam on for you guys, so you can watch what's going on behind me. Okay? All right. Got to get through all these holly bushes. Okay, I'm going to go up this way, which is the way I came. It's a good thing I doubled my jeans. That way I'm not getting poked and prodded by too many things. Believe it or not, there are a lot of thorns and thistles out here too. So that's why when I get deep into the woods, I make sure that I double layer with my jeans and things like that. Specifically coming to this park, I do that. When I go to Pawnee Run Park, I don't have to worry about it too much because they have those open dirt trails. But when I'm coming through Freedom Park like this, I always have to be sure that I'm double layering my jeans because there's a lot more thorns and thistles and less open area to make your way through than Pawnee Run Park. Okay, pan around. Hope you guys are enjoying this morning. I know I am. I just love getting outdoors, like at least 3 or 4 times a week and taking my walks. There are times though when it hits the teens and 20s here and high winds when I just walk in my basement for like 45 minutes to an hour, you know, and just walk in the basement because it's too cold to be out. But this morning there's not much of a wind. The sun is at least out and I'm layered, and as long as I keep moving, it's not bad. All right, so let's keep going. I'll hold this up higher so you can see behind me. All right, let me look ahead now. Okay, I'm gonna face you forward. I got a pretty good clearing through here. So we're gonna go this way, and I might take you down a different trail. Pan around. Like I said, all those trees you see over there are just the other side of Pawnee Run Park, and that's where I took you. I'm sorry, Freedom Park, and that's where I took you last time. So this time I'm just taking you down different areas, okay? And not showing you the same thing every time I come out. But thanks for coming with me on these walks, guys. I feel like I have company when I come out here. Let me duck down below this branch that's in my way. Oh, good. I got some good clearing through here. Okay. I'll make my way back up this way. Duck down under here. Come over this log. And make my way back up toward the front. And then I'll put it on pause once we get up to the main walk, and then I'll take you on a different trail for a few more minutes, maybe. Oh, I just snapped a branch. That was not a wood knock, that was me breaking a branch. I'm sure you heard it. What's this? No, that's stuck into the ground, that's nothing. Pan around again. Okay, so we actually still have some green grass growing here. Moss, green grass, and still a little bit of green on some holly bushes through here. Kind of surprised. I really am. Okay, I'm gonna come back down this way because there's no way I'm gonna get through all that. I'm not even gonna try it, so let me come down this way. Yeah, this is more of a clear path to get back to the main trail. So see, it's pretty much clear up this way. If I'd gone the other way, I would have been trying to jump over all those logs. I don't think so. All right, let me face backwards, and I may put you guys on pause in a few minutes once I make it up to the main paved trail, and pause it for a few minutes, and then take you guys on some different trails. Okay, just pan around. This way. Not many people out today. I've seen a couple people walking their dogs or joggers coming out here. The wind is picking up a little bit, but it's not too bad. I'll show you. Just a little bit of a breeze blowing through. Not too bad though. Okay, just pan behind me again. Head back up this way. I have a much clearer path this way. If I'd gone the other way, if my foot was entirely healed, I would have made it over those logs with no problem, but I'm not going to try it right now. Alright, so I'm coming up to the clearing now. There's a clearing behind me, and up behind me that way is the main paved path. So once I get up there, I'll pause it, and then I'm going to take you guys further this way, to my right, on some different trails and see what we can find. But just figured I'd take you with me and show you the other side of the park. Alright, so I'll put it up behind me. Okay, so I'm coming down to the main path here where it's paved. I'm going to walk down the paved area and take you down through some other woods, okay? Let me put you on pause. I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is a totally different part of the park. We're still on the same side of the park, but a different trail area. And of course there's a lot more open space through here for me to walk, which is a good thing. Alright, let's see. I'll try and stay more of the clearing area and just give you guys a view of the woods. I probably won't traipse too deeply into the woods through here. It's a little bit thicker, but I'll try my best to... Well, I can go in this way real quick. Hold on. There's a little bit of a trail through here. A lot of thick areas there where deer could bed down or something. No wonder they have hunting signs out here. There's a lot of thicket areas here where deer probably bed down all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of thick stuff there I'm not going to try and get through. I got some thorns here. Let me be careful. Avoid the thorn bushes. And of course here again we have another hunting sign. So Piney Run Park in this area are known for that. Okay, got my, give you a little bit of a pan around here. So I just brought you through that way. Kind of thick through here, but manageable. There's an old trash can right here. Really old trash can. Somebody put their trash can out here, it looks like, and Or it's a pail. No, it's actually a pail. Huh. Somebody dumped an old pail out here, it looks like. Not very interesting, but just happened to notice it. All right, I'll cut through here for you guys. There seems to be, I thought there wouldn't be as many openings through here, but there is. Oh, there are. So I'll go ahead and take you through this way a little bit. Let me pan you around. Okay. Okay, and now this way. Still pretty out here, isn't it? I know there's no leaves or anything, but it's still pretty to be outside, in my opinion. I think every season God created is beauty to find in it all, you know? All right, let me face you frontward. Okay. Come down this way a little bit. I see something interesting over here. Hold on one second. I'm gonna make my way over kind of quickly. I want to see, was this tree snapped off or was it sawed off? I saw this from a distance. Right here. I saw this from a distance and it looks pretty fresh. And it almost looks broken off. Like something grabbed it and snapped it off. I don't know, but if that was sawed off, you'd see a clean saw mark. It looks jagged. Like this was sticking out of the ground. This looks like this was placed here, like in between here. I don't know. That little white stick. And this is interesting because what would break that? That's what I'm curious. See, these are the kind of anomalies that I'm investigating when I come out here that I never used to pay attention to before. Like, if this were sawed off, it would be a clean saw. It's got jagged edges, like it's like something cracked it off. Can you see that? Let me get a different angle for you guys. I hope my phone battery doesn't die out here because I'm finding anomalies, you know. Sometimes that's happened. That happened to me at Piney Run Park. My phone quit on me twice when I found anomalies. So far, so good. But this is interesting to me. I mean, this is clearly, actually, you know what? All right, this looks like, okay, I just pulled it out of the ground. It was not native to the ground, and it was stuck right here. Stuck right there with this white stick going in between. Right here, like positioned in between it. And then I saw this from a few yards away, and it looked like something literally could have broken this off. I mean, I don't know, what do you think? And here's some edges through here where the bark was ripped off. Here's some ripped bark down here. But this does not look like a clean cut to me. It almost looks like something grabbed this stick and literally snapped it. Because if somebody came back here with a saw, it would be, just a clean saw, it'd be clean cut. Not look like that. That looks broken off deliberately to me. What do you guys think? See, these are the kind of reasons I come out and I look for these anomalies and see what you guys think, but it looks sawed off. I mean, not sawed off, it looks broken off to me. It's not an even cut, in my opinion. It's like something took this stick, and I just pulled it out of the ground by hand, so it's probably about 4 inches thick around circumference. It was sitting here, and I saw it from over here. I was standing about maybe 10 yards this way, like over here, and I happened to catch sight of it and saw that. And I thought, that looks fresh cut. to me. It looks like a fresh cut. I don't know. I mean, it's just things like that that make me think, how did that happen? Who came out here and broke it and why? And it's not a saw. Something literally cracked this off. I'll show you one more close-up. It's jagged edges like something broke it off with opposable thumbs. There's no way a person, in my opinion, even a strongest man, okay, could take a stick 4 inches around like this and just crack it in half like that. This thing was cracked in half and stuck here. No clean saw marks, just looks like it was cracked. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. I'm gonna face behind me as I walk away from Anomalies behind me, but I saw that from like 10 yards from here. I just wanted to take a look at it. There it is behind me. So as I'm walking away, I'll go ahead and keep my camera on it for you guys. It's already been about 55 minutes to our trail walk, so I won't make it much longer, but like I said, I just wanted to show you guys that, and I'll keep it up behind me so you can see if there's anything unusual. I just had to show you that. All right, let me walk back up this way. So far, the anomalies I think we have found that look anomalous, they may not be, where that branch I just showed you, that 4 thick-inch stick that looked like it was cracked off, I mean, it wasn't sawed. And what human could take a branch that thick and just and crack it like that? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But, and then we saw what looked like an X. Now, whether that was natural tree fall or tree rot or from snow weight, I don't know. I'm just trying to point out anomalies that I find that stand out to me as unusual, that's all. And just, as I'm walking, see what you guys think. Let me duck down below a tree here. Oh, looks like I'm captured here. Snagged on my my scarf. All right, I'll head out this for a few more minutes to some open areas for you guys, show you around, and then may head back to my car because it's been almost an hour out in the cold, so. But I don't mind any of this. I actually love all of it. All of it. All right, I'm gonna have to face forward here. Try and make my way back up to around this way. Get back out into a clearing area. But that particular branch, to me, looked about 4 inches thick. And literally just, it looked like it was recently snapped off. I mean, the wood looked fresh, didn't it? It looked yellow and fresh. It didn't look dead or dry rotted. It literally almost looked like that happened recently. And I don't know any other way that could happen because it doesn't look sawed off. Somebody had to have broken it in half. I mean, and it looked pretty fresh to me. So I just figured I'd show you guys that because I caught sight of it as I was walking through the woods. All right, I'll turn it around this way. So what do you think? Do you think something snapped it off? Do you think, I mean, to me, if somebody was using a power tool like a saw, it would have been a clean break. Instead, it had jagged, broken edges and it looked fresh. Like it didn't look like it was dry rotted to me. To me anyway. All right, so let's see. Try and show you the woods behind me as I walk. And there are so many woods here to explore, guys. I mean, I've only taken you through maybe about a quarter of this park. So just like Pawnee Run Park, there are areas at Pawnee Run Park I still haven't taken you. You remember those wooden stairs I took you up at Pawnee Run Park? I went to the right one day. Well, next time I go to Pawnee Run Park when it's open in the spring, I'll go to the left and show you what's off that way, because I have yet to go that way at Pawnee Run Park with you guys. So I'll take you that way, Lord willing, and show you that, okay? All right, so let's keep walking. But it's peaceful out here. I mean, I can come out here sometimes and just talk to the Lord, you know, just the Lord and I together alone. I love it. And if anything is watching and listening to me, good, they're hearing the truth, right? There you go, they're hearing the truth. All right, let's see what we got through here. Got a little bit more of an open area through here to walk. Ah, good, we get some bright sunshine. It's making it warmer out here. A balmy 31 degrees out here today. All right, I'm going to show you guys forward now. This is what's in front of me. But, you know, it's interesting, you know, being boots on the ground when I find things like that. It just kind of look interesting, like that X and that 1 4-inch thick. It might have even been thicker than that. I'm just guesstimating it was 4 inches. Maybe it was thicker. I'm not sure. But broken off like that. I mean, here's an example I'm trying to tell you. This branch right here, okay? Look how old this looks. It's rotted, it's old, and it's rotted. Okay, and this is about the same thickness of the branch that I just showed you about 5 minutes ago that looked like it was recently snapped in half. This looks old and rotted. That other branch I showed you, the wood was yellow. And it looked fresh. It looked like a fresh, clean break to me. That's what I find interesting. And if someone had come out here with a wood saw, it would have been a clean cut, not had jagged edges like that. Here's another thicket area. Perfect place for deer to hide or bed down. All right, I'll spend a few more moments. I mean, I could take you guys off this way, but it's already been over an hour. Oh, there's so much more to see if I went that way. So much more. There'll always be other days. And at least this park is open, so when Pondyvine Park is closed, we can come here. All right, let me toward the back. Okay, I'm gonna look this way to the side as we're walking. I'm gonna head back towards the front where the main trail is. So feel free, I'm always open to hearing if you guys see something different here. So far, like I've said, since I've come to Freedom Park here, I haven't noticed any Sasquatch in my sunglasses or anything on camera like that. No faces or anything. Maybe you guys have seen it since I've been here and I just don't know it. But the only anomalous things I have found were today, when I found what looked like an X and that one branch that was broken off. Now that did look odd to me, like it was freshly done, in my opinion. Of course, I can't know 100% for sure, so I can't be dogmatic about it, but it just looked extremely interesting to me. It really did. Face this way. Okay, and I'm going to face you forward again and put you on pause for 1 second because there's one more thing I want to look at real quick before I close the video. And go home and upload this and make it a live chat premiere so we can talk together, okay? All right. I'm actually getting hungry for breakfast anyway. I really don't eat very much first thing in the morning. I eat very lightly, so I'm looking forward to going home and doing a live chat premiere with you guys and eating my breakfast while I do so. All right, let me flip this around. We may not get those snow showers today. They were saying this morning before I came out that There was some lake effect, great lake effect snow showers and snow flurries coming our way today, but I haven't seen any so far. That's okay. All right, let me put you on pause for a moment and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I gotta show you before I end this video because it's been over an hour. I'll do a pan around real quick. I found something else kind of interesting. I thought I'd show you, maybe nothing, but I thought it was noteworthy. So I'll show you in just a minute. I'm just doing a pan around. Give it another couple minutes and then I'll end the video. Go home, grab breakfast and upload it. And look forward to talking with you guys soon. All right, I want to show you another something I just found, okay? Remember that stick I showed you looked like it was cracked off a few minutes ago? I found something else that looks familiar, and to me, what this looks like, what I'm about to show you, looks like something ripped a branch off and pulled some of the bark down. Again, what I'm about to show you almost looks like you'd need opposable thumbs, okay? So let me show you real quick. Face this around. This, I found this like this. This bark is still attached, like this. And I found it not completely stripped off, but like this. And this looks like it was broken off, as you can see. Almost like somebody took the branch and cracked it like this. And it's also stuck in this direction. It's like put here, in between these trees. So you've got this over here, and to me it looks like something grabbed it and pulled it down, and you've got bark here. Like I said, it may be nothing, okay, but you got bark here not completely stopped off, but I'm sorry, a saw did not do that. Wind did not do that. Something grabbed a hold of that and pulled that apart. And on top of it, it's loosely placed, like I can lift it, see? All the way down here, it's loosely placed. You can see me moving the whole stick. It's been driven into the ground this way. As you can see, it's been driven into the ground, and I came up here and I found that, and to me, again, it looks like jagged edges, where something grabbed a hold of this stick and pulled it back and broke it and didn't completely shear all the bark off of it. But this looks fresh. Again, does this look dry rotted to you? It doesn't to me look dry rotted or weather worn. It looks very recent. So this is the third anomaly I've found. And again, guys, it may be nothing. I'm just saying a deer can't do this. Fox can't do this. Squirrels can't do this. Groundhogs, birds, wind. So this tree limb was placed here, it looks like, in between these trees here. And to me, this looks like this was broken off. Like, here it is. It looks like something took the whole branch, snapped it like this. Here's the bark hanging down, and then here's the jagged edges. Like something literally grabbed it, cracked it, and broke the branch. What do you think? So I was on my way back out to the car. You know, I was heading back up this way through the woods, okay, because I'm going to follow the trail up that way. And I just happened to see this, and I'm like, here's another fresh tree break where it looks like some of the bark was stripped off. And it looks fresh. It doesn't look like it happened a week ago or a month ago, or like there's tree rot. And it looks like something took it by hand and literally went crack and broke it off. To me, that's what it looks like. I could be wrong. Okay, it's conjecture. But this is the last anomaly that I found, just like the other stick that I found recently for you guys. I mean, look at the jagged edges. A saw did not do that. Something with opposable thumbs cracked that off, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Thankfully, my phone battery hasn't died, because if there are anomalies out here, this is the first time I found anything like this at Freedom Park, but you know, I don't want to be too far off the beaten path. So I'm going to make my way back up to my car. Okay, I'll leave that stick behind me so you can take a look at it as I end the video. Thanks for coming on the walk with me. Thank you for enjoying the woods with me. I'll try and get out and do a trail walk like once a week. Maybe we can enjoy that together, okay? And I'm glad I had the sun out today. It's made it for a nice day. It really has. Of course, many of you are probably saying, it's 31 degrees, Angie. It's not nice. But to me it is, as I'm all layered up and the sun is out and I just like being out. So, all right, guys, I'll end it here with a visual of this stick again that looked to me anomalous. I'm sorry, but something with opposable thumbs cracked that off, just like that other branch I showed you a few moments ago, in my opinion. It may not be true, but that's just my opinion. That's my first assumption. Like, who in the world would grab that and break it off by hand? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to end it here. Go home and upload this and have some breakfast and hopefully turn this into a live chat premiere with you guys. Thank you for being with me today. God bless you. Thank you for praying for my safety when I come out on these trail walks, because the Father is definitely protecting me. Thank you. God bless you guys, and Lord willing, more to come soon.